Our next Lenten hymn on day 20 of our journey along this meditative path is called The Glory of These 40 Days. This hymn is attributed to Gregory I, who was Pope in the mid to late 6th century. He was born into a very well-off family that was also known for both their devotion to God and to their willingness and dedication to helping others as well. Gregory was, of course, well educated, and when his father died, or just before his father died, he had become a member of the Senate. Now, after this significant death in his life, he decided to devote himself and all of his wealth to the church. Founding 6 monasteries, he retired to Rome eventually as a Benedictine monk. I think he thought at that time that he would just spend the rest of his days at the monastery there in Rome, but retirement only lasted about a year when Pope Pelagius II asked him to go to Constantinople. Gregory spent 6 years in that city before he returned to Rome, but soon took the opportunity to go to Britain to evangelize. He was very excited about this opportunity, and he was about 3 days into the journey when he was recalled back to Rome to become the next pope. It's recorded that he genuinely tried to get out of this position. He didn't see himself as being in this position of power. However, his pontificate was marked by his administrative skills and the many mission trips that he sponsored to as far away from Rome as Africa, Spain, and even up into Ireland. Encouraging tolerance of Jews and heretics, condemning slavery, and writing powerful homilies are noted achievements. But Gregory I's biggest contribution to the church is arguably the creation of Gregorian chant, a style of tonal prayer that we still use today. He did, of course, contribute a few hymns, one of which is the one that we are going to look at on this 20th day of Lent. So now take a moment to take a deep breath, settle into the situation that you are currently in, set aside all those distractions that you have around you. Let's hear the words of Gregory's hymn. The glory of these 40 days. We celebrate with songs of praise for Christ, through whom all things were made, himself has fasted and has prayed. Alone and fasting, Moses saw the loving God who gave the law, and to Elijah, fasting, came the steeds and chariots of flame. So Daniel trained his mystic sight, delivered from the lion's might, and John, the bridegroom's friend, became the herald of Messiah's name. Then grant us, Lord, like them, to be full oft in fast and prayer with thee, our spirits strengthened with thy grace, and give us joy to see thy face. O Father, Son, and Spirit blessed, to thee be every prayer addressed, who art in threefold name adored, from age to age, the only Lord. And so our pondering questions for today. During the early church, prayer and fasting were closely tied. Do you see this connection still in practice during our Lenten season? How is your prayer life? Is it as vibrant as you want it to be? And if not, how would you like to see it deepened? And a kind of parallel question to the second one, have you tried any type of fasting during these 40 days? Have you found it to be a beneficial practice or not? And so, once again, thank you for joining me in our quest to go through all of our Lenten themed hymns during this season. And take a breath right now and realize that we are almost halfway through the entirety of Lent. And so, as you ponder these questions and think about Gregory's contribution to music in our church, I'd like you to make sure that you take good care of yourself. Bless you, and I'll see you soon.